Hey, who's ready for part two? Sorry, I'm a little bushy. But anyway, this story continues on to where I'm going to Orangeburg, Tennessee. Yeah, Mom took me over there because that was my chauffeur at the time to give me a ride. And she was very supportive of me all the way. Much love, Mom. Thanks for everything. But I get over there. We're competing, doing our thing. Everybody's getting autographs and stuff too. Kids walking up to us with paper and pencil and anyway signing. It makes you feel like pretty cool, important. But anyway, ended up getting through that competition. Then the next thing it was to fly off to L.A., Hollywood, California, guys, and to compete over there at the Hilton Hotel. And these were some big, people too, Motown Records. And that was pretty cool getting to be there with people from that label and them actually listen to your music. And to be honest, there was one there that looked like an older version at the time. Needless to say, I'm 20 years old. I'm young. So this guy at the time, yeah, like I said, he looked like an older version of Ice-T. I'm like, whoa, is that Ice-T? But I knew it wasn't because, of course, he was a little bit younger at the time than that. But anyway, he said, I see this video storytelling with your music for the Late Soldier, which I told you earlier. And I was all like, yes, man, this is so cool to hear that from a label that said they could envision that song. Well, anyway, I get talked to about from the host of it, like, hey, how would you like to work with 50 Cent? I'm like, 50 Cent? Man, that would be like a dream come true to be with that guy, because at the time, he was a big name. Him and Eminem, when Eminem brings him out. And like I said, I'm like, what? Yeah, I will. And he said, well, I got somebody that I'm friends with that knows him and could probably get you set up with an interview with him and talk with him. I'm like, let's do this. So anyway, after all that was said and done, which was a pretty cool trip, let me tell you a little bit about it. This is where this all took place beforehand, after we got off of the airport and came there. And got to travel around that place too, and it was pretty exciting. Seen a limo Hummer with spinners on it, and it was white and black. I mean, I'm like, damn, that's cool shit. We went to a hotel, okay, and at the hotel there was a bar inside of it as you go in, and on the other side of the bar there was like black lights and music going on and everything else over there, and I'm like, what? Like I said, it's at a club or something? No, 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 no. It was a wedding. Uh, yeah, these people were over there having a wedding. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. That's crazy. But they was inviting us over. They say, hey, why don't you just come over, party with us, do it. And I'm like, because you could smell weed coming up out of that place. And it was strong, and the bar's right next to the place, needless to say. But we didn't end up doing it, but it smelled like hell of weed coming from there. So, like I said, we're right next to this. So, yeah, like I said, we were getting the big time, probably contact highs. Probably made it feel so good at the end of the night there, you know what I mean? Because we was over there, and we had drunk some Coronas. So we were feeling pretty right. The host of it, was buying them for us. And like I said, we were like celebrating before we went to the audition the next day. I was stumbling. We was all stumbling across the road to go to an eating spot. Like, it was a pretty crazy exciting time. But I just wanted to fill you in on that. That was a pretty cool little adventure that we had going on. But like I said, ended up, he tells me, hey, when you get back home and stuff, I will call you. I'll let you know. We'll get everything set up and squared away. But when I got back home, I was waiting on that phone call, you know what I mean, for like a couple of days or so. I was waiting. I was like, oh, man. I was like, did it forget me? What happened? Well, I never did hear nothing else from it. So, needless to say, that never did happen. Them getting in contact with me and telling me anything. And then I heard stories from other people, because I talked to somebody after that, and they said they hadn't heard nothing from him either that was in the contest. And anyway, somebody said that he possibly got, shot or something. I don't know what to believe, but how people talk. And they were saying that, he was in his office or something, went there, and then somebody just came and got him. And, now, with what I know about how things work in the music industry with some people, I could really believe that now. And then I was like, probably some horse crap. Probably just didn't want to get back to nobody. He told me a lie. I was upset because, man, I thought this was my shoot off to superstardom. And I was ready for it. But God had other plans. But still, I'm rolling with the punches. Not stopping. Maybe one day I may be where I need to be in life before I get too old and pass away to the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for listening. And have a awesome day. Much love, y'all.